So when you have your breakthrough as an artist, what was it that you said, I can do this job? What drew you in after you go, oh, these hands are magic? And truthfully, to the whole audience listening, I've watched Giulio for most of my career. We've worked side by side with everything from John Paul Mitchell Systems to the Peace, Love, Happiness charity to what he does down in Florida with the police. He's a gifted man, but your art is something that I think gets overshadowed. And I'd love to touch on one of your defense mechanisms because you're naturally a humorous guy. You're funny as hell.
That was
But you told me
that was my
one,
mask for many years.
and I would love you to put that out because you and I used to have pretty deep conversations because we were the workhorses. We would drive from Albany to Poughkeepsie or Binghamton. We'd do a show in a tiny little place. And then we'd get girls who thought they were going to be the next supermodels. They'd go to the hair show, be a hair model. And you would have to stay and do education for salons, and I would have to drive models back to Albany and go, my boyfriend's going to hate my haircut, you know? So it's like, so as we do this journey together, I would love to know, because you said it best once, that you put yourself in a corner because no one took you serious because of your sense of humor, because that was one of your masks.
Yeah, that was a big struggle, and I had to learn how to use that sense of humor. I had to learn when it was, the right time because everything was a joke. Because I
Yeah.
was insecure. I lived behind a mask. So if you brought up a subject, I was sure I wasn't going to know it. So what I did was just start cutting up jokes and, having fun and diverting the question or the challenge. But not when it came to hair. I mean, I still joke
No.
around when I did the hair, but when it came to the art, I really threw myself in. But if you were to, ask me a question that somewhat what I thought at the time was too intelligent for me, I would just, and you knew, you were around me, I would just rip a joke